Welcome back to another episode of the Frequency Project.
Frequencies.
Just a quick, introduction to those that, if you've never watched our videos, we kind of just go through different programs that are based in the Healy device, which is a frequency device that, man, I'm really hacking this up now. I always listen. I'm always like trying to re-describe. I need to just have this like phrase of what the Healy is.
Yeah, I mean,
Do
we
you
have
have
to keep
something?
using the same language. It's delivering frequencies through microcurrent uh, into your wrists, or um, more simply put, the Healy is a microcurrent device that delivers frequencies for your life. How about that?
Yeah, yes, I guess.
And it does. We're very sciencey people, so we have the tendency to just go down this rabbit hole and like say way too much information that people are like, I
Yeah,
mean, it took us like years to go through school to talk about frequencies and all this. And I feel like in order for other people that are interested in it to allow them to understand it, simply put, this device delivers frequencies to your body.
the end.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
and
end.
then basically through this podcast, we are talking about the different frequencies that it does deliver and how it can benefit you.
And then
Um,
I hate to interrupt you, but I
no
just
worries.
want to say if you have questions, put them in the comments and then we can answer it so we know what you guys are interested in, because we are interested in frequencies and we like going down the rabbit hole, but we don't want to, give you information that you don't want to know too. So
Right.
how about that?
Okay, so we'll just today we're gonna get into what are we doing? We're just gonna the initial opening of a box, not the opening. Yeah, see, I'm horrible. Go ahead, tell them what we're doing.
Are you tired? Are you tired right now? Did you have a
Yeah,
snowstorm last
we had a
night?
big snowstorm. I've been like out there shoveling all day long.
Meanwhile, it's 90 degrees in Florida in the middle of
Right.
February. Anyway,
So go
yeah.
ahead.
So
What are we doing?
So when I first bought the Healy, I got the resonance package. And the reason why I got the resonance package is because I wanted the ability to have that Blue Dot app that would read my body's energy in real time and then give me back that feedback with the programs that I needed to run in that moment in time. With the gold package, the Healy Holistic Health Package, those give you programs that allow you to use the Pink Dot app and just run those programs that you intuitively think that you need in the moment in time. Whereas the Resonance app is a little bit, I believe, more accurate because it is in real time using the quantum sensor in here to scan your body's energy in real time and tell you what you need. So before you can even get that started, though, with a friend or with yourself for that matter, when you open up that Blue Dot app, you have to set up your client file, which stores your vibration. And in your vibration, you have inherent frequencies. And once that's stored in the Healy, then the Healy can use it to reference all the programs and also reference the difference of, you know, when you captured your original frequencies to everyday life, it starts to fluctuate. Our energy is constantly changing. So Healy just needs kind of a snapshot in time to see where your base is.
Right. So we're gonna go in to the resonance program
A
app, and then show you how to set up your profile, and then also scan your unique energy into the program so it stores it in there.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go to the Blue Dot program. Now, real quick, this Blue Dot program, so you cannot upgrade your gold Healy to this resonance.
You can.
You can.
You can.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So yeah.
And in fact, there's a promotion running right now, and it's the last day of the promotion where some of these packages, like the Professional, the Resonance Plus, and Resonance, are 40% off and 60% off, depending on the package. But if you scan that QR code down there, you can check out what promos are running at the moment. It's the last day of February, and it's the last day of the February self-care promotion, which is pretty awesome.
Alrighty. Okay, so you go into the Blue Dot program, and we are going to go over to this little house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then clients, and then
Yep.
add
Yep.
person. And is this just going to be a fictional person or
Yeah.
Mr.
Roboto.
Billy Joel?
Mr. Silly Joe.
So I'm just going to pick random birth date. February 1989,
Millennial.
28th. Birthplace, I don't know.
Antarctica.
Easier name to spell.
Chicago.
Okay, go mail. All this contact stuff, that's, if you want this to be able to, like email you your
Yeah,
stuff.
if it were, say you were an actual practitioner or even just somebody wanting to send the information to somebody, if you put their email address in there, at least that information is in there, and their phone number for that matter, and you can text them, say, an aura scan or a report that Healy generates when you do a scan for somebody else.
Right. Okay. So then it comes to the record vibration. So you hit that little plus button there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's saying hold this in your right hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then hit record vibration. And now in this moment, I'm supposed to be kind of focused in on this, right?
Yeah, like you can see Joe right now, he's holding the Healy in his hand. And on the Healy, looking at that screen, it's showing you to hold it in your right hand.
Right.
So you just hit the plus sign to record it.
Well, I always like whenever I have people do it, I have them hold it and like actually focus in on it. Like,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't know if that's 100% necessary, but ready. So then you hit that, and well, now it's searching for the device.
Reconnecting to your Healy real quick. Establishing a solid connection through Bluetooth.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
While getting a phone call.
Well, now it's got to reconnect again. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. It's life, man. It's real life.
We're doing this live, things happen.
Yep.
Here we go. So now it is
So
collecting.
you can see two kind of bands of frequencies. Could you see, like, yeah, there's a light blue and a dark blue.
Mm-hmm.
So one is sending and one is receiving frequencies. I learned that just the other day, which is pretty cool.
And then you should put in a picture as well, because this is what you use for your aura scan.
Mm-hmm. It's Mr. Silly Joe.
Right. And
Perfect.
then and you hit the little check. I'm not going to sync it.
Client's been saved.
And that's it. There's Billy Joel. And so now you can do what with this?
So within the Blue Dot app, we could go back to, so hit that check sign in the top right.
Well, let me. You mean just go back?
Did that save it? Yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
So now you hit that squiggly line in the bottom middle, which you just did. The things that you can do once you store a client file, whether it's you or anybody else, you can do a resonance analysis, which we've talked about in past episodes. You can do the coaching analysis, and you could do the aura analysis, which we did the aura analysis last episode.
Oh, speaking of that, we have to go back and correct some things, right?
We do.
But just briefly, because we could go
Yeah.
down a rabbit hole. So there was
Yeah,
a number. It goes from 1 to 10, and this is the uh,
intensity.
relevance. Is the
Yeah.
intensity or
Yeah, it goes. So
oh, it's yeah, it's the intensity. You're right.
when you run the aura scan, those three numbers that show up in the upper left-hand corner, the first one is a percentage, that's relevancy. The center is 1 through 10, and that is intensity. And then the last one is potency. So
Right.
the middle one we messed up because we said that one was you didn't know that you had that it was
Yeah,
something that was kind of subconscious, and then 10 was something that was fully conscious. It's actually the
it's
other way
the
around.
opposite. Yeah. So if you
Yeah.
see the lower number means somebody is uh, has done a lot of work on that topic. Um, anything from 5 to 1, and then 5 to 10 is more.
Unconscious.
They need to
Less
start doing more work. Yeah. Sorry
correct.
about.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to correct that. Okay. So moving on. So we're gonna do what you want to do. Well, I mean, we've already done all the resonance analysis, but basically, yes, you can choose any one of these. We're also going to do another podcast shortly about the coaching analysis, which
Mhm.
I'm like just now like really diving into it. I think it's amazing. I believe it's the future of therapy. Um, so so we'll get into that. It gets very individualistic, and you can really focus in and hone in on specific things. But the resonance, not residence analysis, is we have done this before, right? Um, this scans all the programs within the Healy, and it basically will tell you which one you're resonating with most, right?
Yeah, like for instance, I hopped on this call, and what I got today, I've actually been watching a lot of YouTube videos and instructional videos on the coaching module, trying to teach myself more about it. And I got learning systems. Every time Healy knows, it just freaking knows my energy. It knows what I'm doing. Like I can't, there's no way tricking it. It just, like, I don't even question it. I just run the scan, I do the resonance, and then it tells me what to do, and I follow it because it's always on point.
Have you messed with any of these other ones, like the Bosch flowers and
Bach flower remedies, yeah, that's
yeah, and
homeo.
like the I Ching thing?
Yeah, so the crazy thing about this whole thing, if you go back to the squiggly line again, if you hit that, the resonance analysis, the coaching analysis, and the aura analysis, they're all just different ways, different tools to read our energy and give us the information that we need in the moment. So the resonance app is really giving us program suggestions to just run on our body. The coaching analysis is a real-time coaching device where you basically tell Healy, I want to focus in on a career, relationship, um, different aspects of your life, and
Yeah.
then it's going to give you real-time information on how to work on that. And the aura analysis is reading your aura and telling you kind of through Eastern wisdom how to self-help. So all three are self-help, and that's I kind of think that we talk about this all the time. The idea of just taking your health into your own hands. You are in charge of you, and this helps you to do that. There's no one else that you have to go to. There's no one else that has to put in the work. You just have to do it yourself. And I think that this is so cool because, how much time do people spend driving to the doctor, getting to the doctor, waiting in the lobby, going to see the doctor, coming back? I'm not saying it fully replaces that, but if you're going to spend 4 hours, in a day to go see a doctor for a certain thing, how helpful could this be in your everyday life for just basic wellness, whether it's mental, emotional, or physical for that matter? Healy can address everything in a way that really makes sense. And this Blue Dot app has 3 ways that you can do that.
Right, right. Let me just throw it out there that the coaching analysis that only comes with the professional, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Which is 60% off right now. Just go ahead. We need more
Just
people with Healy device that want to talk to us.
scan here. Yeah.
Come on.
Um, yeah. I mean, obviously, that's the point. We're trying to get people interested in this, not because we're trying to sell them, but because they actually work. But for anybody listening right now, for you to actually realize that it does work, you need to get one. So we're just showing you where to go.
I mean, it's so futuristic, and so when I first saw it, it was just like, this is the future, this is it. And the technology is only going to get better from here on out, and it's just amazing how much effort and research has gone into making this device. It's just so cool.
Right, right. So, we've done a resonance analysis, correct?
Oh yeah, I think generally when we do the Blue Dot app, we are running resonance because we haven't
Yeah.
done coaching yet, and we did the aura last time. But like
But
you were
you do,
saying,
okay.
we haven't done the Bach flowers, so we
Yeah,
could
you want
do,
to do that real quick?
yeah. So instead of going into the resonance app and choosing all Healy programs, you can choose any one of these Bach flower remedies, creative homeopathy. There's so many in there. Healy bioenergetic
So the difference with
revitalization.
the Bosch flowers is that it's not sending you back to the Pink
Pink.
Dot program, Pink Dot app. You actually can run these vibrations right through the resonance, just like an aura analysis, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So let's give it a go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how accurate it's going to be because clearly my name's not Billy Joel, but yeah, because this gets into kind of like deep stuff, right?
Yeah. Billy Joel though has your vibration, so
Yeah, we might as well just we should just use mine.
yeah, that'd probably be better.
There we go. Oh, now you got all my information. Whatever.
Was your number and address on there?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Okay. So boom, start analysis, and then this is where you hold your finger down. Beep 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 pop pop beep beep boop boop beep boop.
So again, there's a light blue and a dark blue, and it's sending and receiving frequencies in real time to find out which Bach flower remedies are going to be best for Joe in the moment. And if you're not familiar with Bach flower remedies, they are homeopathic forms of medicine. And what Healy has done is captured the frequency of all the Bach flower remedies and stored them into the resonance program or app. So the one that has the most relevancy to you now is cherry plum, because your present state is fear of uncontrolled temperament outbreaks and panic reactions, nervous breakdown, loss of control. Is that real?
Um, I don't know. Temperament? The other thing I've been thinking too is, do you have to rescan your vibration every once in a while?
I don't.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, these get pretty personal, so you don't have to talk about it. And the patient and the person that's being scanned, um, it's a vulnerable moment, and I think it should be said. And I think this not everybody wants all their stuff on blast, but it's also something, if you're alone and you're scanning it and you're looking at it and reading it, it's definitely something to look at and
See,
say,
m-
is this something I need? Or
my question with these is like, it's not really, so the solution to this
it's
is actually running a vibration. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Is that what
So
this is saying?
in the Bach flower remedies, because they've captured all of the Bach flower remedies, which they're like little bottles like this of droppers of medicine, and the medicine is homeopathic medicine from a natural source. So, for instance, it's saying that the present state is fear of uncontrolled temperament outbreaks and panic reactions, and the desired result um, remedy is from a cherry plum. So they've
Interesting.
captured the resonant frequency of number 6 Bach flower cherry plum and has that resonant frequency stored in this program. So now, as you scroll down, just like all the other ones, the relevancy goes down in percentage. So there's a 59% for the cherry plum, there's a 56% for the wild oat, and the relevancy goes down in percentage. Um, when you go to action now, instead of going to the Pink Dot app to load a program after running a scan, you are going to vibrate all of those Bach flower remedies to your person right
Which
then and there.
this is the exact same setup as when you run an aura scan as well.
Correct. So if you hit start, it literally will just,
Yeah.
for a minute 20 or forever, whatever duration you choose,
Just pick 8 seconds real quick.
is going to send those Bach flower remedies to your energy, or I should say, the essence of Bach flower remedies, because they've captured the vibration of that medicine and is sending the vibration of that medicine to your aura, your energy.
Now, can we get into that real quick? The vibration of the medicine. So, how do they capture that? Are you aware of this or no?
I believe you can do it when you add a client in your Healy. So that squiggly line in the bottom middle, when you go to add, it says like go to client and then add
Oh, right
client.
here.
You can do
Holy
a
shit!
person, an animal, a plant. You can do an organization, a building. Everything has an inherent signature of
Plant.
frequencies.
Oh,
And so,
look at that! I did not know this.
yeah. So
Date
you,
of germination.
mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, say you wanted to send some positive vibes to your plant that's having some trouble, you can capture your plant's
Look,
signature vibrations. Mm-hmm.
the coordinates. Holy crap!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is interesting. So then, how do you capture that vibration? What does it say? So it's saying hold it in your right hand. A plant can't hold it in its right hand.
I think you put it in the plant,
You just drop it in there.
clip it on the plant somewhere. Yeah.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that is
As long as it's
interesting.
close enough to the energy of what you're trying to capture.
Let's see what else we got. A vehicle? Vehicle? Why would you want to
You're
date?
having car troubles? Fix your car?
The license plate number? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
It gets pretty out there, but once you start thinking that everything has an inherent vibration and you can capture it with the device, then you can send frequencies to it.
Building, date of construction. Huh. This could be interesting for like your house, right?
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
crazy man. I'm here for it.
That's a new thing that I just found out right now. You knew
Yeah.
this before?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that this device can do that it can be very overwhelming at times. And for me, what I know works in my life right now is using the Resonance app daily. At least I know where my energy's at, and Healy can give me a program to kind of run. And I don't really have to think about it very much. I just run it and I can feel it. I mean, I'm feeling it right now. Every
Mm,
time I run something that it suggests, um, it tends to be a lot stronger than if I just pick a program out of nowhere just to run. And I have a feeling that it has I've captured my profile and my frequencies, just like we showed you at the beginning of this video. And it's cross referencing that to the Healy programs and then telling me what I need to run on my energy. And like I said, every time, and I try and say it every time, that before we do this call, I'll run a resonance scan and then see what it's suggesting. And every time it's relevant. It knows when I've done a hard workout. It knows when I'm learning something new. It knows when I'm tired. It knows, it just knows everything about my energy and then gives me a suggestion on how to bring it into balance.
interesting. Oh, actually, I wanted to throw it in there. I should have done it before, but we do have a new link tree that kind of. I'll put it on the next episode though. The scanner.
Yep.
It's the link tree. It's like Frequency Pro. Um. Anyways, sorry, totally switched up the subject on that. Um. Yeah, you know what I like about our podcast, besides
What?
just it's obviously the best one. um, no, is that we're both still like learning about this because it's so deep. I mean, everybody that owns a Healy is still learning about this,
Yeah.
but we're not. I don't know. We just don't come across as like, oh, we know everything. We're just like telling you this is it, and we're trying to like guide you in some like end goal or something. We're just like, hey, come listen to our podcast, check us out. We're figuring things out. Maybe what we're doing can help you out, and maybe you might learn something. Like today, like I just learned that you can scan a plant or a chair if you want. you know, I think
Or
it's
like mushrooms in the backyard or anything else.
yeah. I just enjoy our just like free flowing, right? And we're just like talking and figuring things out, just like you might be doing yourself. Um,
We hope this process is just as exciting for you as it is us.
right.
Watch us fumble. Watch us say
Basically, yeah. You know, I mean, me and David are planning on doing this for a really long time. I mean, right now we're doing 2 episodes a week. We've been doing that for the past couple weeks, and we're just going to keep doing that. So we're just laying out as much information as possible, and whenever it comes to our head, we're just dumping it on you guys, and it's out there. And if you need it, it's there. If you don't, move on to the next one.
Yeah, and
Um,
if you already have a Healy, like it doesn't, we're not trying to sell people or only talk to people that buy Heelys from us or something like that. It's more just we want to create a community of people that are interested in doing this, and we want to, you know, roll together. Like let's experiment, let's share information and talk about it. I'm really interested on what other people's stories are and um, how it's working for them or what they're trying to troubleshoot, or just really anything energy I'm interested in. So
or even like, you know, you might not even know what a Healy is, or might not even be interested in Healy or whatever, but you might be going through some other stuff, either some mental things. Maybe you're seeing a psychiatrist, or even physical stuff. You have some back pains, or you're trying to achieve some sort of goals in your life. We talk about all that stuff too here. It's almost like, we're figuring ourselves out as well, and we're always trying to better ourselves. So even if you don't have a Healy, or you never get a Healy, or whatever, I think that there's enough content that we put out, and the experience between the two of us, um, as far as like health stuff and frequencies and music, and just life in general, that I think we can, you know, provide some good content for people that just want to better their lives, I guess. I'm
yeah,
literally like talking about myself, or self on here, like just saying,
well,
"Hey,
I
I
mean,
think," you know,
I think it's about self-care in general, that especially for men, right? Like, to say
mm,
self-care for a man is not something like that men really do talk about. It's women that go to the spa, or women that go and do self-care days, get facials, manicures, pedicures. And I mean, I'm not opposed to doing that stuff, but that stuff doesn't really make me feel great. A massage does.
mm,
But trying to find ways for me to, like, my life is crazy. My life is busy. I'm doing a million different things at once, which I love doing. But at the same time, I need to find ways where I can calm and create a space of, take care of myself, I guess, self care. And the Healy does that for me. Meditation does that for me. Working out does that for me. Yoga does that for me. Running. Did I say running? Um, Hiking, being in nature, all those things do that for me. And Healy's, to me, just another tool, but it's a very precise tool. When you go out in nature and you breathe the fresh air, and you're getting all those frequencies from nature, after being in an hour in nature, whether you're kayaking on the water, or just sitting by the lake, or hiking in the mountains, you feel something. You feel better. You feel like I don't know, you've just, what's the word? Relaxed, really. You feel more relaxed, you feel better. And Healy can do that in a 30-minute to hour session sitting on the couch. So
right.
not everybody has time to go climb a mountain every day to relieve their stress. Not everybody has time to go kayaking on the lake in the middle of a busy week with 3 kids, and trying to juggle all of that.
Mm,
So what I like about Healy is it offers you a similar way of taking care of yourself and getting that relief that you need, without drugs, without alcohol. And yeah, it's another tool in the toolbox. And I can't stress enough how important it is for everybody to do that for themselves, to just be a functioning person, right?
right. I say, getting back to like men in general and like self care. Um, you're right. Is that music like super loud? Sorry,
No, it's kind of vibey on my end.
seemed like it was like getting loud. Sorry.
I feel like we need a new song.
And um, so yeah, getting back to like men's, like, taking care of themselves mentally and physically. Um, I it's this got brought up between me and my wife on our other podcast, and it's a man in particular puts a lot of. I just can't. It's really like fucking loud. Sorry. A man in particular, like, still in this day and age, there are still households where the man goes out and works all day long, and the wife stays home with the kids. It still exists. We do that. It's more and more. It's like both are working because times are hard now. Inflation, all this other stuff. But it still exists, right? So whether either way, it doesn't matter because the I'm just trying to talk about like the pressures of life on a man in specifically. Not saying that women don't have pressures as well, but we're talking about men here. So um you got to think about it, right? A guy, and this is since back in the day, the early 1900s, of like goes out, he's got to make enough money to pay for the house, pay for the food, pay for all these things, right? So he's got that on his mind. Plus, he's raising kids. Plus, he's got his wife that he needs to have a good relationship with. Plus, he's got his own personal stuff and his own personal goals that he's trying to do, right? So these are things that I think in general, like I recognize them in myself, that I think a lot of men just like push that aside and just, yeah, that's just what you fucking do. So stop being a bitch, right? But like that's kind of shoving that shit down and just like doing what you have to do. Okay, you have to do that, but at the same time, you do need self-care, and you need to take some time out for yourself, and you need to work on your goals, and you need to reduce your stress and do your physical activities and mental strengthening activities, right? And a lot of guys don't have time to do that shit now. So the Healy kind of helps. It's like internet dating. you know Guys know that they need to find somebody or whatever they want in a relationship, but they don't have time because they're working and doing all these other things. So it's like the now internet dating has reduced that time because you can do it sitting on the toilet if you want, right? This is the same thing. It's like the Healy can do all these stress reducing things while you're sitting on the toilet.
True.
Literally, you know.
I'd love to hear that story. How did you guys meet? Oh, on a dating app. I was taking a shit and I swiped left, and then we got married. I mean, it was no.
That's essentially my story, really. Me and my wife met on Tinder.
Well, I think I to sum up what you kind of just said. You started with saying it's hard for guys to balance the physical and mental aspects of their lives. And I would say guys more focus on, at least I could speak for myself, the
Mhm.
physical aspect. I remember like in my 20s, it was all about like working out and staying fit and doing all the things I need to look a certain way, not necessarily thinking about what was going on in my mind, let alone emotional, like what I
Right,
don't have emotions. Like I would say I'm pretty sensitive as a guy, more so than others already. So I wasn't really even paying any attention to my mental or emotional aspect or spiritual for that matter. As I'm
mhm,
getting older, now I'm in my 40s, I'm understanding that in order for me to be a whole person, I have to figure out ways to find time to work on all those aspects of my life, not just physical, but physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Every single one of those is a part of me. And
right,
so if I'm just going to the gym 4 days a week and eating healthy, that's just working on the physical aspect. You're not even touching anything else in your, whole person. So
right,
when you think about going a lifetime of just doing that, by the time you're in your mid 30s, you should be starting to question, like, why am I here? Who am I? What am I doing with my life? What do I want out of my life? Those questions may come up. And then you either keep shoving that down, or you start figuring it out, and you start trying to find ways, find tools to find those answers for yourself to become a fully realized person. Not that I'm saying I'm a fully realized person, but I'm trying to be. I'm
right,
trying to figure out ways to feed those aspects of my being so that I can be a better person in this world, so that I can be somebody who has, a full cup that I can pour into somebody else's. I
Mm,
want to be a person that can help other people, but I can't be that person if I don't know who I am, or if I don't know how to find ways to fill my cup when it's not.
right, right.
And like I said before, like I get that in running and being in nature and meditating now and yoga and um, sometimes extracurricular activities like going out and having some glasses of wine and you know being
Yeah,
social.
that's needed sometimes too, you know? Probably not as often as a lot of people do, but, you know, that's people that just, are it's escapism is what that is if you're doing that all the time, you know?
Is that escapism or escapism?
You tell me. I don't know. Escape, es escape,
Wait,
whatever.
it's messy.
Um, yeah, so okay, cool. I gotta get going because
Oh, we're just
snow
gonna leave it
day.
like that.
Huh?
We're just gonna leave it like that.
Escape or escape? Yeah, you figure it out. It's a no, I do. Unfortunately, I do have to get going. We had exactly an hour because we had a
Yeah.
snow day today. So I'm with the kid. My wife had a lunch break, and we jammed this in. And
Let me just summarize real quick because I don't want to
sure,
leave them hanging. Like we
sure.
started out uh, using the Blue Dot app to be able to store your vibration and then be able to run that vibration constantly through the resonance feature, the aura analysis, or the coaching module within the Blue Dot app. And then we just kind of went on a really long tangent to talk about self care and specifically what does self care for men look like these days?
Mm.
Because I will say, sitting and watching 5 hours of sports and not actually going to work out and watching porn is probably not the way forward. And I feel like we should continue that in the future.
We should talk about that next time
We
because
should.
I agree. It is nice. It's listen that is like it's great in the moment, right? But you're not actually resolving any of your issues in life.
Nope.
You're just avoiding. That's anything
Dopamine
to
hit.
do with anything you do all the time that doesn't have to do with actually being productive in life. I mean, this is my own opinion, I guess, but that's what we can get into next time. But
Future episodes.
yeah. All
Hey,
right, buddy.
peace.
Yep. See you next
Thanks for
time.
watching, everyone.
Should be able to do Friday, right?
Yeah, we'll be back on Friday.
Yeah. So we do these lives. We're trying to do them every Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah, if you're feeling the hankering of coming on too and talking with us, we are so open to that. So message us at frequencyproject1111 at gmail.com or comment in one of the videos on YouTube, Twitter. Where are we on? Facebook.
Twitter and Facebook, and then I think we're gonna try to go live on Instagram maybe next time
Yeah.
if we can create an Instagram account before Friday.
Yep. All right. I'm going to go pick some weeds and you're going to go shovel some snow. Yeah. Okay.